be the most important video I have ever made. And that's because I found what I was looking for, because we were observing an object. Now we continue. So, like I said, we have an observation in the sky, and I'm not a scientist, but I found what I was looking for, an explanation why we see object in different places, and it cannot be, it's going like one path and it goes back. So let's begin. This is what I was looking for. Let's read together. Why do objects on Earth appear to be moving at different speeds, even though they are all traveling at the same speed, around 30 kilometers per second relative to each other? So this is the sight. That's the effect that makes the wheel looks like it turns backward. Okay? That's the effect that makes the wheel looks like turns backward. Thus, the object should be viewed as constant velocity through space-time. So let's go here. So let's start here looking at the pictures. And this is what here, you see this here, the object, you see the lamp here, this is the object. And it's looking loud, it is not here, it is up here, it moved from down here, it went up, but we see it even here, and even there. This is the object here, and then here, you see. So this is the object here, you see, this is the bottom of the object, this is most probably the edge. You see the lamp between two lamps, you see here, it is between the two lamps, uh, making a parallel, making a straight line here, and then it goes up here. But it was here before, and now you cannot, it is not two objects. Actually, this object is here, actually is up here. We see it here, so we see it backwards. Okay, so let's go back here. Why do objects on Earth appear to be moving at different speeds even though they are traveling at the same speed, around 30 kilometers per second, relative to each other? That's the effect that makes the wheel looks, it turns backwards. So what is this is the wheel. This is the wheel. See where it is now? Not here. This is, let's say this object is the wheel and it's here up now. It went up from here. Here it is. You see the colors, people? So this is the object we were observing for a couple of months now. The same object is here, not up there, above the lamp. Here, it's not seen. So here, you see the edge? You see, it's not here actually. Actually, it's here. We are seeing here, sometimes here, sometimes here, sometimes here. It's one object, people. So let's start. Hopefully this will be enough. We will talk about this one later on. You see, it's actually up here. It was down here. Let's see. We have pictures. I have. I want to show you pictures of a spaceship of King Anu since the 16th of September. I've been busy. So now we're gonna show you. See this one? Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's here, and sometimes above the lamp. You go back. Let's hope we see. You see what it is. So it's looking like. Just look here, look here. If you look here, I don't know if you see it through the lens. But anyways, I had one picture. Maybe I'm gonna find it. Let's see if I can find it. Uh, I didn't get the picture, but let's see if I can find it here. There's no time in space, but how speed is noticed. So this is the picture I was looking for. Time is weird thing. It runs slow behind massive objects and at high speed stops at the speed of light and does not exist inside the black hole. So this is the wheel, let's say, the object. It went here up. It's going to the black hole. Okay? It's going to the black hole. You know, the black hole is sucking the object inside of it. So we don't see only the black hole, but we see the object. We see it's like that, and this movement. It creates the black hole. Understand? So this movement. So where's the object? The object is here. So the black hole object is in the middle in the black hole, but we see it around, going around and around and around, and becomes like what we call the black hole. Actually, it is an object. So we see all this stuff because there's no time in space. And that's why we see all this stuff from a distance on Earth. We don't see these details. We see like a black hole or the object with light. So we see all this stuff. If we have a telescope, we will see this movement. It started here, but it is here. But although it is here, we still see the object is here. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna take this picture actually later on, but let's go back. We have a lot to cover up. So we start from the 16. Hopefully this will be enough. We don't have a lot time to talk about this stuff because we have a lot of pictures. This is 16 of September. So of course I'm not Einstein. I talked about a little bit. I was not sure. Now we have this confirmation, and this is 14. You see here 14 September. We covered all these pictures. Spaceship of King Anu, the Most High, creator of all. So I am very happy to tell you about this stuff. We're gonna talk politics if we have time when we are showing the pictures, what's going on the Holy Land and stuff around the world. And so yeah, let's begin here. 15th of September, 12 p.m. Spaceship of King Anu, of course, above the building. Above the building, here it is. I made it big for you. Here it is. Here it is. You see here. Through the clouds. Went like here, up, up. And here it is. And here it is again. We have a lot of pictures, so I'm gonna go through the pictures very fast. You see 10 minutes already, and still going with the pictures very fast. I'm gonna show you the pictures that are uh, like the most beautiful pictures. I'm gonna show it, enlarge it, but otherwise I'm gonna move fast with the pictures. So now we know about this. There's no time in space, and that's why we see the object moving forwards and backwards. But the new position, we know it went up. It went up from the horizon. It is going to the from west to south, and from west to south to east to the sun location. So the object will going to the sun from the west to south to east. Spaceship of King Anu. See how it's doing. Maybe we're gonna take this one, put it on the thumbnail. Try taking pictures. I believe we have a lot of nice pictures because we have a lot of pictures. Sorry, I couldn't make a video. I was busy. This one, not very clear. We don't take a picture. This one, not very clear. Anyways, but we see that this is spaceship of King Anu. We know the length. I have also a picture. Spaceship of King Anu came very near Earth, and we took a picture, and it was amazing. We saw the whole length. I'm gonna show it. Very amazing indeed. You see this stuff, people. You see how it's doing. You see, it is all this. This is the height, not very near. When it is up in the sky, we see it. We see details, more details, because when it is near the city, it is actually in the horizon, so we don't see details. But sometimes we do. So this is the object. We go back to this subject. This is the object here, and it is actually here now. It went here from up. I was looking for a picture to show you where the location of the object was in the beginning. I don't know if I have still the picture of, maybe I remove it. So that's why I went down like this. So here we have it. Maybe you see here, it is near. You see this tree, see this building, you see this object. This is the moon. This is the lamp. See, this is very near the horizon. I have even another one. Then it went up. You see, it is more far from this tree, and here it is very near the tree, and it went up. So we have another one. I believe I took it, I remove it. So I don't know. Let's see. I'm going down, down. Maybe I have it other place. Okay, I know what to do. I'm gonna show it because I put it on the thumbnail, and we're gonna see when it happened. When it started, we started noticing the movement. Before we didn't see movement. We saw the object, but we didn't see the movement. So let's see, we can find it. This is 1 month ago, 1 month ago. I remembered. I'm very happy for that. We found it. You see, this is here it is. Here it is. Now 4 months. Here it is, people. You see, 4 months ago, and the object is within the horizon. You see, this is the object within the horizon 4 months ago, and now where it is. It is here up. You can give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a picture. So let me take a picture of this one. 1 second. So now we have taken picture. We go back here. We see we have the picture here up. We have it here up, 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 up. Here it is. You can make a picture. Another one. You see, it is within the horizon. Give me 1 second. So yeah. So here it started within the horizon. We go back to spaceship of King Anu, and we started 16. We went to 17 maybe. This is 16. Showed you all these ones. So yeah, what's going on in the news? We know that the war in Gaza ongoing, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is talking about the Greater Israel is at hand because the Syria new government, the leader Syria will sign agreement to give up the south of Syria. The whole south of Syria will be will declared Israeli region, and this will of course affect Iraq and Lebanon because they will be exposed to Israeli, even Saudi Arabia. We know that Israel been complaining about Egypt sending drones into Gaza with weapons and drugs, and they said that Egypt are moving troops to Sinai Peninsula, and Israel asked President Trump to ask Egypt to remove the troops immediately because this is escalation according to the Israelis, and we know that Israel is bombing Lebanon each day, one killed at least, and Hezbollah has not fired one bullet since 1 year since the peace agreement between Lebanon and Israel, and they are like if they bomb, it has been 1 year. Especially this picture is nice. We're gonna take it thumbnail. This is thumbnail. Yeah. So 1 year since the assassination of Hezbollah leader Nasrallah. We have rumors that this is how it went. This is how the Israelis killed Nasrallah. When Prime Minister Netanyahu he was in United Nations, he was supposed to deliver a speech, and the American delegation they met the Iraqi president al-Sudani, uh, Ahmad Shia Sudani, and they asked him. They tricked him. They said we want Israel wants peace deal with Hezbollah and Hamas, Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. So we want to know what Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, has to say about that. And he took up the phone and he called the Nasrallah uh, like a person who is very near Nasrallah, and this person he went to to deliver this message by he was very near Nasrallah who was hiding in a bunker, and this guy when the Iraqi president al-Sudani he called the Hezbollah leader to deliver this message that Americans are proposing peace in Gaza, ceasefire in Gaza and Lebanon. So al-Sudani, he called this Hezbollah member who is very near Nasrallah, and Hezbollah, uh, they, the Americans, they saw where this Hezbollah member was located, and they uh, followed up the telephone, the device, and the device was under check, and the device was like they spied on the device, and by that they could locate Nasrallah. And the same day they call, because of course Nasrallah he does not use devices, but the device of the member, and when it was calling to Nasrallah, to the people in the bunker, and by that they could locate Nasrallah. So it was this is rumors, nothing confirmed, but of course this is Iraqi president who was tricked to call Nasrallah at that day at the United Nations. He was tricked by the Americans who could locate the phone, the call, locate the device that received the call from Al Sudani, and by that they could locate the other call from the device in Lebanon to the device of the member near Nasrallah in the bunker. So this is how they killed, assassinated. Same day they knew the plans went, and they dropped tons of bombs on the place where the device were located, sending signals. And this is how they killed Nasrallah. So this is partly confirmed by the Israeli news. I read uh, a newspaper, Israeli newspaper. I don't know what's called. They have also partially confirmed it was started at when Netanyahu was at the United Nations. American delegation directly called Netanyahu and informed him we have located Nasrallah, and Netanyahu gave order to us to send planes and bomb Nasrallah at the same day. So this is a very big, if confirmed, very big mistake by Iraqi President al-Sudani, who did not think about calling this very near member in Hezbollah. He called him, and the Americans, they have devices in place. They could directly locate the member of Hezbollah device. They located the device, and by that they could know where Nasrallah was hiding. Spaceship of King Anu, you see this stuff, people. So yeah, of course, this is rumors, nothing confirmed, but a lot of people are now talking about it. And of course, this is a scandal, actually. But if confirmed, like I said, by Iraqi President Ahmad al-Shia al-Sudani. So yeah, we were here also 16, so we have two sightings for 16. So like I said, by killing Nasrallah, Syrian President Bashar Assad, he knew he had he lost the support from Hezbollah, because Nasrallah, Hezbollah in Syria were very. We go back to the Greater Israel Plan, started actually 1990, when the same, this is 15, we have seen all these ones. When Saddam Hussein went to Iraq, actually it was Americans also, they tricked Saddam Hussein in invading Kuwait. They had a meeting, Saddam Hussein, the former president of Iraq. They told him, you go in, take Kuwait, we will not intervene. And Saddam Hussein, he believed them, and he went into Kuwait. And Americans, they thought, everybody knew like Kuwait belongs to America, and this is when he went in, the Americans, they mobilized troops from a lot of countries and took out Saddam and occupied Iraq. Talking about 1990, 91. We still have Americans in Iraq, and the invasion 2003, they took out Saddam, and you see this one here. And of course, we know the creation of ISIS, and because the Shia Muslim in Iraq, they thought they are believing under oppression by the Sunni Muslim Saddam, so they worked together with the Americans to remove Saddam, and they thought maybe we are the majority in Iraq, and we're gonna move Saddam the Sunni, and the majority should rule in Iraq, and the Americans helped to remove Saddam by cooperating with the Shia Muslim in Iraq. And of course, that was not very smart, because we know that not all Shia Muslims are ruling in Iraq, but those who are very near America, and they created ISIS. Somebody say, oh, who created ISIS? But ISIS had a goal, of course, and yeah, so we were here actually, took this one. And ISIS, they removed actually the Bashar Assad regime in Syria, and they said we're gonna take help of Americans. The Americans helped ISIS to remove Bashar al-Assad, al-Nusra, ISIS, the same, different names. And who helped al-Nusra, this leader in Syria, al-Shara, Ahmad al-Shara al-Julani, actually the Americans and the Israelis. So the Sunni Muslims in Syria, they said like the Shia Muslim, let us rule in Syria, let us, because we are the majority, we are the Sunni Muslim in Syria, let us rule in Syria, let us rule in Syria, they said. And now we know that Sunni Muslim in Syria are ruling, but not only the Sunni Muslim who cooperated with the Americans, not all the Sunni Muslims. Same problem. So what have happened? That ISIS destroyed Syria and this sectarian violence, and everybody wants to take revenge. They slaughtered the Alawites after Ahmad al-Julani al-Shara, who is now to sign the agreement. He will give up the whole of South Syria. Only Damascus he will keep, and the Syrian Suwaida, the Druze province, will be uh, independent from Syria. And of course, he is losing, he's becoming very, very weak. All he wants in return that the Israelis will keep protecting him. But of course, when he will sign up the agreement, most probably he will be killed because the Israelis will take out the guards. And when the new leader comes, he cannot take out the agreement that the whole of South Syria will be belonging to Israel. So by that, Israel will be threatening Iraq and even Saudi Arabia and Jordan. We know that the border between Syria and Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Jordan, if Israel takes South Syria, it will threaten Iraq. And we know that Jordan is very near Saudi Arabia. And of course, Jordan also will be threatened, and Lebanon, when Israel is they are already in the region, but they need to have a signature by President Ahmad al-Shara. Egypt, like we said, when Israel takes South Syria, Egypt will be next, of course. We know that this is how they started. So they are not depending only on the military power, the Israelis, of course. They are depending on Spaceship of King Anu. You see it here. See this object? It was here, went up. They are depending on, that if have this, like, you see the devil, if you want to, how the devil fools humans, they say the devil, he tells you, if you worship me, I will give you a slave. You become a slave, I will give you a slave. This is how the devil works. So they say, okay, if you give me a slave, I'm going to worship you. This is the devil. Because real God, he does not give you slaves. So this is 16th of September. So this is how he fools. So if you want to have a slave, sex slave, let's say, or a slave, the devil will deliver you a slave, but you become a slave by yourself. So if you accept a human being, human follow like your brother and sister, if you have this enmity in your heart, you will be tricked by the devil. He say, I will give you a lot of slaves if you worship me. And people, they want slaves and say, like, I will give you power. I will give you power to rule Syria. Like this, to say to the Sunni Muslims, you can make the Alawites, your enemies, your slaves. And the Druze and the Kurds and the Christians will become your slaves if you worship me. So that they say, oh, the Sunni Muslims, they say, yeah, we want to have them, these enemies, we want to have them slaves. Also in Iraq, they said the same thing. Give us slaves. We Shia Muslims, they want to make the Sunni Muslims slaves. They don't believe in in the nation, like this, they are one and they're living in one nation. They say they are our enemies. We believe in our religion. We are the good ones, and they are the bad. And we want revenge because they are treating us bad, and they have the power. We want the power. I want to revenge, and we want to make them slaves. The devil comes and they say, "Okay, I will make you." This is just an example, of course. I will make you have slaves. You want the Sunni Muslims slave in Iraq? They say yes. I will give you power. I will be remove the Saddam Hussein, and you will rule. Actually, they rule, and but of course the occupation is still there. Like if you say in Syria, you have the Americans in Syria. They say, give us the rulership in Syria, the Sunni Muslim. We are the majority. We should lead. The Alawites, they have the power 40 years, 50 years. We need to rule. And we're gonna, okay, we're gonna get to rule, but, you know, you cannot get rid of the one who has to take the power. You need to sign up to give up control of something. This is how politics actually not only military power, it is about how you treat your enemy. This is politics, and it is illegal to do like that, unfortunately. So this is how they are about to achieve this greater Israel plan. It's not about military power or technical superiority. It is about defeat your enemy. If your enemy does not believe in equality between all religions living, like if you want to worship God, you say, "Oh, I worship God, my God. Oh, I know that my God is the real God, and my God is like that, you know." But actually, you cannot love God if you don't love yourself, and you cannot love yourself. To love God, you need to love yourself first, and then you love your family. And when you love your family, you love your people. Then you love the whole world. Then you love God. So if you don't love your people, you don't love God. You're lying. As a child, you love yourself. Then you love your father. If you are a girl, if you are a boy, you love your mother. And then you love your family, your brother, your cousin. Then you love neighborhood, the people, your neighbors. Then you love your nation. Then you love the whole world. Then you can love God. If you don't go through these steps, you cannot love God. If you don't love your people, you don't love God. If you don't love all people in the world, you are following the devil agenda. Baal, Baal. Also, we talk about the difference between in war. If you say like this, what's the difference in Baal worship, the devil worship? If you see like let's say if your country is occupied and the enemies they come and they occupied the capital city and you are resisting that, and you see you are hiding behind some building, or you see the enemy like the prime minister, let's say Netanyahu, he occupies Paris, France, and you see that you want to resist the Israelis in France, and you see you are hiding, and you have sniper, and you see you can target Netanyahu and take him out, but at the same time, you see there's a French girl, a baby, going, passing through the street very near Prime Minister Netanyahu. This is an example, of course. You can shoot and kill Netanyahu, but you don't do that because you will risk the life of the French girl, of the French child. This is about human sacrifice. If you sacrifice the child to kill the enemy, you have done something very bad. It is when you sacrifice your own. This is Baal worship, the child and the human sacrifice. You understand? If you are shooting at Prime Minister Netanyahu and you're killing a French girl, you are not resisting. You are engaged in Baal worship. Of course, let's proceed. Spaceship. This is the difference, people. You don't shoot, you kill your own. But if it was Prime Minister Netanyahu alone, you have the right to kill him and shoot him. But if he is standing with a French girl, you don't do that. This is the difference. Even if you will lose in war, because you don't have the justification. So Prime Minister Netanyahu is doing the opposite, unfortunately, and the Israeli peoples are waking up, of course. So this is, of course, because he sacrificed like 16 September. Because Netanyahu, he could deliver some hostages, release some Israeli hostages from the prison, and release some Palestinian prisoners and take the Israeli hostages back at the start of 7th of October. He didn't do that. Now we have more than 900 Israeli soldiers killed because he is dreaming of greater Israel, like I said. So he is sacrificing his own people, okay, to achieve his political goal of greater Israel. And this is, of course, not good anywhere. And the Israelis are waking up. A lot of Jewish are anti-Zionists. They are protesting in Sweden, in many other countries. We're going to talk about this one. They are waking up. We have a protest in Israel against Netanyahu. They are putting tents because if you, like even Netanyahu, Prime Minister, he could release some Palestinian hostages, stop the fight in Gaza, and get the Israeli hostages. And after that, he can go and arrest the Palestinians he just released. But of course, he don't want that. He wants to achieve greater Israel plan instead of releasing the hostages. This is against God. This is why I criticize Israel. Of course, every leader has the right to protect his people. So this is strategy, means he will sacrifice most. He want to take Gaza City, and we have casualties on the Israeli side. Palestinians, 100 Palestinians are killed each day. But you are not using the wise way to defend your country, to defend your people. They are putting them at risk, and unnecessarily. You don't have to do that. Netanyahu, you are sacrificing your people. So you take back Israel to the ancient tradition of sacrificing child to the God. That's why I say to Netanyahu, you are not worshiping the God of the Old Testament Bible. Not many people like what I'm saying, but I say how it is. And they will say, okay, but we don't have time and sell like that. And you don't know nothing about time. Although we have prophecies, we don't know. We don't know about tribulation. I'm just suggesting that you have less one year, 2 years, less than 2 years Netanyahu before the Battle of Armageddon. I'm just suggesting. You don't know. Maybe tomorrow it will happen. So if God comes and you are killing, if God he did not give you the promise, he did not put you in life to be killing because you believe God told you that to kill all these people because it is not your job to do this. And if you are doing this to satisfy God, something wrong with your picture of God. Of course, this will not talk will not a lot of people will not like what I'm saying. But of course, we know that these guys they follow an agenda, and this agenda is about they need to achieve stuff in time before believe something is going to happen. President Trump always saying nothing can stop what's coming, and I believe he's talking about Planet X, Nibiru, the morning star. Of course, they know. We talked about Jupiter. They saw something like a Jupiter planet will come in, already come in our solar system. Okay, so they have time pressure, and this is why we don't expect this Gaza thingy will stop very soon. And we know that time pressure, but of course you do not predict God and stuff like that. So the killing, we know that the killing in Gaza and stuff, because Prime Minister Netanyahu, he believe he need to wipe out all these people. It's more important, even if a lot of Israeli will be killed. He doesn't care because, like I said, the mission from God. He said, "I'm a mission from God to do this stuff." So God, he gave him the mission according to Netanyahu to do this stuff. So he is doing a God job by killing. You see here, difference between to wipe out. Let's say he said the Gaza people are the Amalekites. These are giants. These are giants. These are enemies of God, the devils. Let's say it's not our mission as humans to defeat the devil or kill the devils. All we need to have is to resist, not to kill the devils. Something is wrong here with this picture. To kill the devils. If let's say Gaza people, we talked about Hamas. I don't like Hamas. I don't like radical Islam. I cannot see the ISIS, radical Islam, the terrorists. How can Hamas fought against Bashar al-Assad in Syria? I don't like them at all, but it was not them who did 7th of October. It was not the Israelis. It was actually the Galactic Federation. We talked about this one before. This one is good, actually. This picture, take this picture. And I brought the evidence, video evidence. You saw the UFO ships. They went in. Israeli. They took the chance. Hamas. They took the chance. They went in. But of course, who penetrated the Israeli border? It was Hamas. It was the Galactic Federation, the Antichrist, to stop the Jewish sacrifice, as mentioned in Daniel. In the Old Testament, actually, Daniel is from Ugarit. His real name is Daniel. You can look it up. We can talk about some maybe one later on, one day if we have time. If I find this is taken from the Ugarit, and also with this very nice this UFO you see here, people. This is a new UFO, people. You see it? How's doing? I'm gonna take another one. So this is we know that also a lot of we know that some people they claim Moses actually was a pharaoh in Egypt and not a real person like they say. And also we have Jacob. Actually, Jacob is Yahweh or Yahweh, Jehovah. Yaakov is Yahweh. GK. like they say YHVH is actually um, UK. Um, um, like if you say YHVH, you remove the H, you put a K. YK VK. Yaakov is how they also they call their god Yaakov, and the Yaakov Jacob is actually Yaqub. We know the letter V and B, like Tel Aviv and Tel Aviv. See, this is 16th of September. So 16th of September, 4 p.m. It's a spaceship of God Anu. You see it here. How's it doing? Not looking different from an ordinary plane, but then we see that actually it is a traditional UFO. We're gonna take this picture also somewhere. So of course, President Trump he cannot concentrate only on Gaza. You need to fix this with Ukraine. We know Russia has been penetrating some countries in the EU and Europe, and President Trump is disappointed with President Putin. He said he's gonna solve this problem, but President Putin he fooled him, he tricked him. Also, I believe he said, "I'm gonna stop this one." And of course, Europe is worried, but yeah, President Trump he has problems inside America. They killed his friend. It's called Charlie Kirk, and I don't know where's the guards. No guards. Where's the guards? Why people with weapon? They going. Remember they tried to kill President Trump, and they don't put the guards. This is important VIP person talking, and somebody goes in and shot him and kill him. This very good picture. It's a spaceship of King Anu. You see here. This is following up, and it's near reconstruction. So this picture is good actually. This one is good actually. You see it here. See how it's doing. So yeah, I don't blame President Trump. He has a lot to do. Need to concentrate on Israel, Gaza, the hostages. A lot of Israelis putting hope in President Trump to release the hostages, but he need to do the Ukraine thingy with Putin. He met Putin with nothing happened. Didn't get any. President Putin he fooled President Trump. I believe he said, I will do something about it, stop it, but he did not stop it. Now it's very tense in Europe between Russia and the European countries. Russian planes, they went to Romanian. They penetrate the Romanian. They said they didn't do it and stuff like that. Even Lithuanian, I believe, even Poland. So NATO is very like they are furious about this one. Uh, also, Qatar be bombed, and Saudi Arabia they feel like they are maybe Saudi Arabia, maybe Turkey. They feel threatened. Israel maybe bombed them because Qatar and Turkey were very, very near Hamas. And even Turkey is NATO, and even Qatar is very friend to Trump, President Trump, and stuff. It's complicated. You see, this is here straight lines, 90 degrees. This one also we're gonna take. So here it is also. So yeah, we need to finish this because it will take a long time. Spaceship of King Anu, of course. Here we're still on 16, and yeah, we're talking about Greater Israel plans, and not like if you want to win war, it's not about only military power. It is about you trick your enemy. It's like you're playing chess. This is 16 still at night. Here we'll be reflecting. So, but maybe we gonna get some picture here. See this one. Maybe gonna take this one as well. So when you play chess, you well, they say you can trick your enemy because you love your people. You want to help your people. But of course, like I said, you don't sacrifice children to achieve goals. This is why I don't agree what's going on in Gaza. Spaceship of God, Most High Anu, Creator of all. Uh, you wanna play according to playing chess. Okay, you can do whatever, trick your enemy. But if you are talking about God all the time, like Prime Minister Netanyahu, you don't kill a child to win the war. Not even one child. This is what I'm saying. You don't shoot at your enemy if you will risk the life of an innocent child nearby just to win the battle. You don't do that. You don't shoot. This is, of course, Hamas. They went in. The enemies of the Palestinian people are the Israelis. They kill Israel, but they sacrificed the city of Gaza, the whole Gaza thing. It's destroyed now with like 65,000 killed and 150,000 injured. The whole province of Gaza is destroyed and it's ongoing. You see here spaceship of King Anu, one there, and the one there, and the one there, and one there, and one there, and returned. This one is good. Take this one. So this is the difference between Baal worship. You worship Baal, you sacrifice. This is how Baal, he said, you give your child to me because the two parents were wandering in the forest, very hungry. They have children, and they couldn't feed the children. They were hungry themselves, and their children were hungry. And the devil came to them, and they said, I will give you food and I will give food to your children, but just give me your children for one night and I will give them back to you. So the parents they said, yeah, why not? You're gonna give us food and give children to our children food, and you're gonna return the children back to us the next day in the morning. So the devil gave food to the parents, and he took the children, like a girl and a boy. And the next morning, uh, they came to the devil and they asked him, where are our children? And the devil, he had eaten up the children and did a poopy. And he said, here, your children. I've eaten them. See, this is how the devil fools humans. Very easy, especially cooking on. So the devil did not lie. He gave food to the children before he ate them, and he returned the rest of the children. Of course, this is this is not the real story, but this is how Baal, the devil Baal, Baal works. Spaceship of God Anu. So it is easy to fool people, and all we can be fooled. We are not perfect. Can be fooled, but if we believe in God, real God, and we will not be hurt. Of course, we cannot defeat the devil, but we can resist the devil. So do not believe in the devil. Do not be fooled by the devil. Do not sacrifice your children or your people to achieve anything. And here it is. So we try not to make this video very long. And, we have a lot of pictures going back here. So maybe we need to cut this video short. And we will continue with so it went like here, it went for one side, and it made a return in a different direction. You see here, people. It went from your right hand to the left hand of yours, starting from here. This is 16th of September, of course. Spaceship of King Anu. It went here, it's going from the right to the left. And then in the air, it turned around. It turned around. Now from the left to the right. It went back from where it came. In the sky, people. No airplane can do that. No drone, airplane can do that. A helicopter cannot turn 180 degrees in air. And it went down. It went, sorry, it went to the right hand. It came from the, we have 17 of this September. This spaceship of King Anu above the building. Here it goes, up, up it goes, up, up it goes. See how it's doing. See how it's doing. So yeah, so what will happen next? Of course, we expect more escalation, maybe Egypt. Um, Turkey will not like that Israel is in Syria and threatening Turkey on their newspapers and stuff like that. Turkey should be careful, actually, and even the Gulf states. Israel is working under time pressure. They need to achieve stuff before the Battle of Armageddon. A lot of people, even Israel, are complaining that Benjamin Netanyahu is very, very slowly in achieving the goals of defeating Hamas. And 17th of September, 6 p.m., Spaceship of God, Anu, the Most High, Father of Jesus Christ. And we know that the stuff with Abraham, that by that movement tried to kill his son. The Muslims say Ismail, the Jews they say Ishaq. The end of the child sacrifice by the God Enlil, El, who is, we talked about why it's called the Holy Land, because this region they was given to Enlil, the son of the Most High Anu. But Enki, he got Africa, and Inanna, his daughter of the Most High Anu, she got the Indus Valley, India. And Mardechai, the son of Enki, he got nothing. He got mad, and actually God forgave him in the pyramid. He escaped from Inanna. She wanted to kill him because he killed the Muzid, his beloved, her husband. We know the story of the Muzid. He was like sacrificed to deliver Inanna from the underworld, but actually she hated Mordechai because he tricked the Muzi, like some people they cheated on his wife. And actually Marduk, he sent his sister to sleep with the Muzi, and the Muzi, he slept with her, and he was killed because unless you are not perfect, you will be attacked by the devil. So if you made a mistake, the devil will attack you. So this is how it works out. So if you are not pure 100, if you are not worshipping the real God, you will be attacked because the enemy, the devil, he knows the real God. The enemy, he knows the real God. And if he knows you are not worshipping the real God, or you have this, you need to, you have this love for yourself more than your brother. In the Bible, the Holy Bible say you should love your father, your God, more than yourself. Because if you don't love your father more than yourself, you will be fooled by your own instincts and desires, especially. So, and this will put you in a big danger, because if you follow your desires, the devil will say, I will fulfill your desires, but you want slaves, you want sex slaves, I will give it to you. You want money, I will give it to you. You want this, you want that, I will give it to you, but you need to be my slave. And suddenly you are a slave to the devil. Because you need to be committed to truth and righteousness. This is 17th of September. You see spaceship of King Anu here near the sun. And here it is also 17th September. This is 6 p.m. And we have it here behind the building. Went up from the horizon. Spaceship of King Anu. Now we have 1 hour. I'm gonna finish this video. So just want to about what's happening in the world today, politics, talked about Ukraine, talked about Israel, Gaza, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Saddam Hussein, Bashar Assad, Russia, Ukraine. We know that we have war in Sudan ongoing. People trying to, they are fighting to have power in the country. A lot of people being killed and starvation and looking like Gaza, but at least they are the one people fighting each other. But they have also, we have a lot of religions in Sudan, so Muslims, Christians, and stuff like that, and tribes, different tribes and stuff like that. This is why. But in Israel, we have two different religions, two different nations fighting, and you know, it is very, very bad in Gaza, and will continue like it is prophesied in the Holy Bible, at least 1 year, and they will continue like they cannot stop it because. And Russia will continue. They cannot stop Russia because it is the same. They say, "Oh, what's the difference?" So Russia and Israel, they are doing the same policies. They have the same policies. How can I say that? Because they say if somebody say, "Oh, Russia went to Ukraine," they say, "Oh, but Israel went to Syria, and Israel went to," because they say, "Oh, it is promised from God, all this region." So Russia, they can say the same. Say this is our country for 1,000 years ago or 100 years. It was all called Russia. There was no Ukraine. They can say whatever, and you can not argue against that because it is not about. It is about they have the uh, military power and they trick their enemy, and this is how it works, like playing chess and stuff. And you cannot. They say God told us, and they say the Russians say it is all Russia, all this region. We're gonna protect our Russian people. We're gonna take like the whole of Europe, and they say, oh, but you're gonna stop them. Why not stopping people? Innocent people and children in Gaza are being killed. They say, oh, but you see, you want to stop the Russians, but you cannot stop the Israelis. This is like a double-edged sword, and when you have it one place, it will spread. Like you have in Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, Syria, Lebanon, other countries. So very, very messed up situation in the world. Here, spaceship of King Anu, 17. We're gonna make this sighting, and this is 17th of September. You see here, spaceship of King Anu. You see how it's doing here, up, up. So I know my talk, people they don't like it. The people are divided. Some support Israel, some support Gaza, some support Ukraine, some support Russia. But of course, all is happening because you don't want us to see what's going on. Our skies, they want to put us in the bunkers. They want to have World War III. This is 17th of September, 7 p.m. of King Anu, the Most High, coming here, up, 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 going up, and going up here. And here we have it. So we know that all this stuff is because of the Galactic Federation. They started this in Gaza. Maybe they have They have the agenda. They want to, like I said, they want to wipe up the reptilians. Also, there's also they are on a mission from God. They say, oh, we will not wipe up the reptilians from the whole cosmos and on Earth. And they say we have already did that. There's no reptilians anymore. They have wiped out. And I said, why want to have this policy? Why want to take the reptilians? The reptilians are only to be judged by their deeds. If they've been, if and these people, all religious people, Christians, they say, oh, but reptilians, they don't exist, extraterrestrials, you are fooling, God did not create. What about the wise serpent who tricked Eve? It was walking and talking serpent. The existence of reptilians and extraterrestrials is in the Bible, people. Stop. Stop it now. And in America, in God we believe, in the Constitution. Okay? In God we believe. This is the American Constitution. If you believe in the Bible, God of the Bible, you believe in the extraterrestrials, reptilians, and all this stuff. So stop. Stop it now. Stop arguing about this stuff. The reptilians, you don't wage wars against reptilians. It's a galactic federation. We are doing it to wipe up the reptilians from the cosmos. That's that we come to Earth to take out the reptilians. Spaceship of King Anu. Here and here and here and here. This one is good actually. And here and here. Sorry, I've been shouting, but this video is explosive. So I need to cut this video short because I want to make this video very, very short, but it's now more than 1 hour. 17th of September. And this one, a picture you have seen, this one. It's going to take this picture as well. And Spaceship of King Anu. And here. See here, straight line. So yeah, this is the Holy Land, the Enlil. And if Israel worship Enlil, it's okay. But you know that in Gaza they worship Dagon. This is Dagon where Samson, he was killed at the Dagon temple. This is Dagon. This is equivalent to Enlil. So Gaza people worship the real God of the Holy Land. That is, they are worshiping the real God in Gaza. Israelis are worshiping Enlil. They need to stop the killing because the same God. I doubt that. I believe they worship Marduk, the fierce enemy of Enlil. Why I do that? Because in the Bible it is written in Ezekiel, I believe, I will punish Marduk. That's Enlil talking, not me, not you. It is God. El is saying, I am doing with Marduk. I'm not dealing with Marduk. I'll take him out and I'll wipe him out. This is Enlil, and we know that Enlil is Abraham. He worshipped Enlil. And we know that Abraham is Sumerian, and in Sumeria they worship Anu, the Most High, the father of Enlil. And he went from Iraq, Sumeria, to the Promised Land and worshipped Enlil. And he was fighting against Marduk for sale. So how I connect the people of Israel with the worship of Marduk? Because of the Marduk is Zeus, is Jupiter. The temple, the Western Wall is the worship of Zeus, Marduk. Mordechai is Jupiter. We showed you many times this one. So Marduk is Jupiter, is Zeus, Yahweh, Jehovah, Yahuwah, Yahweh. is 𝀭eh. 𝀭eh is Jupiter. Talked about this one many times. So if they worship 𝀭eh, 𝀭eh is Marduk, is Zeus. That is the enemy of God, El. This is a warning for the Israeli people. Wake up, repent, people, before it's too late. This is also for all people in the world. Only God Anu will help you. In this, even the saints will be tricked. Even the saints. So our hope, God will cut time short because they're gonna proceed with this agenda in Gaza and in Ukraine, Russia, and this stuff. So spaceship of King Anu here. This picture maybe I don't know about that. Maybe we're gonna take this one here. This is 18. You see here spaceship of King Anu. We went up, 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 up. Here it is. Here 18. And here it is. This one is good actually. So yeah, we don't know what's going on really. Why people they cannot accept that God is controlling all things. What's going on? And this is the picture I told you. This is 18 September, and we finish with this picture. I will show you the object Planet X, Morning Star, New Jerusalem. And we finish. You see how big? How can I get it in one picture? We try. See how long spaceship of King Anu near Earth from here to here. I put it inverted colors. Here's the one also. See how long it is. And here in the inverted colors. So we stop at 19. I'm gonna put it. We're gonna see it next time. 19. I'm gonna make a video. 19 also sighting there, but we're gonna see all the pictures of the morning star. I believe it's morning star. I talk about it, how it is moving, how it's looking. Spaceship of Anu there. Here, here it is. You see how it's doing. Here you see the colors: the blue, the yellow. Here it went up. Actually, it is looking like moving forward and backwards because of the speed in the space and stuff. Here's the moon upside down. This is Jerusalem, of course. See, this is the temple of Zeus or Marduk because the Romans they worship Zeus, and this is the Roman temple. So see the moon upside down. Here we see three objects in the sky. This is Spain also, in Tenerife. Here in earthquake, you see the stuff moving, and you see here how it's doing stuff in the sky. We have an earthquake 7 point in Russia, 6 point in Indonesia. No injuries, no tsunami. See here two birds following each other. You see these birds went here from up, but looking at this stuff here in the sky, something went in the sky. This is when the earthquake struck Indonesia, I believe, or Kamastaka in Russia. This stuff here. This is also a spaceship in Tenerife. Here, spaceship of King Anu. And here also, we're not gonna see, we stopped at 19. I'm gonna show you these pictures here. You see the colors. Here, this kind of like reflecting gold, and this here stuff. Here, we're gonna take this picture. And this stuff here. And you see here, some people believe lens flare. We are not confirming anything. We still don't know really. We need to do the cloud test, like I said, but this picture is good. See how it's doing. And we stopped at 19, like I said, and here it's up. Here it is up. You see, and here is taking this one, and here you see, and here the spaceship working on, and here it began. And we take this picture and we finished. Blessings.